Hey Nam.
Hey Nam, can you see us?
Yeah, so May, please keep mute, and we're going to play a video before we start. Thank you.
Al and Anita.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dana Brown, and I am honored to be one of the co-hosts of tonight's gala event. As many of you know, this is the 16th annual gala, and some of you have actually been here for all 16 years, and we really appreciate your support. Welcome. It's going to be a great evening, and at this time, I'd like to introduce my fabulous co-host, Ying Le.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ying Le. It is my great pleasure to serve as the co-MC for tonight's event. I'm very much looking forward to spending this wonderful night with you all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what would the Chinese Culture Connection be without the executive director? This woman has been tireless in her efforts to build bridges throughout the community and bring fantastic programs to our community. Let me introduce my friend, the executive director of the Chinese Culture Connection, Mei Hung.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dana. It is such an incredible pleasure to see you again. I know many of you are familiar faces and some of you are new, and welcome. I am very grateful that we are still alive, kicking. Thank God. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I check my body and say, well, I'm still alive. So it's really a good start to be grateful. It is really unbelievable that we have been through this global pandemic for more than a year. And we have been able to continue to thrive and making impact to the community. But as an immigrant, I feel it is very difficult to see that some people who are out there and carry out some difficult tasks, like doing some kind of racial hurting to other people, innocent people. I feel America, it is a land of immigrants. People come from all over the world, come to this country to pursue their dreams and to discover their best potential. They are the fabric of our society. They strengthen, they support the very foundation of our economy, our infrastructure. Without the immigrants, this country would not be so strong and thriving. It is very, also very heartening, really. I feel that I have been in this country for so long, and I've been really inspired. I have learned from so many people, and that's how I grew. And I have been inspired by the people from all over the part of the world, and we don't need to go too far. Within your reach, as long as you're willing to open your arms and your heart, then there's a people around the world to learn from. And that's the spirit of America. So I feel that we are human social beings. We cannot live alone, and we need each other. Our values or meanings in life determined or based upon our ability to be of service to other people. For those people who believe in anti-racism or white supremacy, it's really nothing more than the signs of weakness, bigotry, and inability to cope with their lives. So together, we'll be able to build better society and enrich each other with a collective human spirit. I'm very honored to say that there are so many people like with such a humanity, including the other race that we are honoring tonight. And of course, our guests who have joined us tonight. And I really thank you for being here and celebrating this human spirit with us. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, May, for those heartfelt and hopeful comments. Thank you again to our guests for purchasing tickets and participating in the auction. We know your hard-earned money is to be used wisely, and we commit to doing that. As you all know, it takes a lot to run a gala like this, and without our sponsors, we would not be able to do it. And our sponsors have stepped up, and they should be on your screen, but let me read them to you. South Cove Community Health, Prioto Lane and Associates, Paul W. Lee Esquire, Daniel Fitzgerald, East Cambridge Savings Bank, Mystic Elder Services, Tufts Medical Center, Melrose Wakefield Hospital, Colette Phillips Communications Inc., Bunker Hill Community College, O'Connell Design Build, and I saved J. Malden Center for last, John Matthews, who runs the J. Malden Center and who's the president of the board of the Chinese Culture Connection, has found a home for this organization in the J. Malden Center, and we are really appreciative of his hard work on behalf of the Chinese Culture Connection. And we really do appreciate the efforts of all of our sponsors who have given their money and all of our guests who have purchased tickets tonight. Thank you. It's now an opportunity tonight to ask one of our invited guests to say a few words. We have Representative Steve Altrino, who represents Malden and who's been a long-term supporter. We have him on the call, and Representative would like you to offer a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. And first of all, thank you, Dana, for all of your service, not only to the children of Malden, but to the children of the Commonwealth. And I'd like to say thank you to the Chinese Cultural Connection for all their work that they have done in this community. As a grandson of immigrants, I am proud to be able to represent one of the most diverse cities in the Commonwealth. I get to brag when I'm at the State House with 160 state representatives on how diverse our city is and on how much we can be an example for other communities across the Commonwealth. I want to thank and congratulate all the awardees tonight. And it's so amazing at the time when we were all at need as a city, as a Commonwealth, and as a country, people of all different ages, races, genders, faiths come together to help each other. And Chinese Cultural Connection is just one of those great organizations in the great city of Malden. So thank you for 16 years plus in this great city. And thank you to the awardees for all your good work. Enjoy the evening and please support the auction and this great organization. I'm proud to serve all of you.
Thank you, Representative Altrino, as always.
Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to bring back May, who will introduce our friend, Mayor Gary Christensen.
Well, many of you probably know that our Mayor Gary Christensen, modern Mayor Gary Christensen, actually speaks Chinese. In fact, he is such a wonderful student, and he actually took a few months of a Chinese lesson with the Chinese Culture Connection. And so we're going to invite him come in to greet with us in Chinese. Welcome, our modern Mayor Gary Christensen.
Good evening, or as I was recently taught in the Chinese Culture Connections 10-week Mandarin Chinese for Adults class, Wan Chang Hao. I was also taught how to say thank you, which is xie xie. And that is something I say over and over again to the Chinese Culture Connection for the difference they have made in our community. From being the first organization to reach out to help us after COVID-19 struck Malden, to hosting a town hall meeting to diffuse racism against the Asian American community, to continuing to offer programming for kids and adults alike, they have shown time and time again their commitment to making our city a better place for us all. Their commitment can also be found in tonight's honorees, who have also shown that they too know how to make a difference. from Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors, assisting those in need, to Yatsit Gaw contributing to the arts through the sound of the Swana, to Colette Phillips advocating for social and economic equality for women and people of color, to Edward O'Connell for dedicating many years of service as a board member on the Chinese Culture Connection and working with the Asian Task Force Against Domestic Violence. There is no other way to say it except Ni Hun Yu, which I hope means you are awesome. Have a great evening, everyone. And again, congratulations or gonchi gonchi to you all.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Really appreciate those words and your great effort tonight. At this time, we'd also like to show you a video from our state senator, Jason Lewis, who's also a long-term supporter of the Chinese Culture Connection.
I'm thrilled to be able to join you and offer greetings and congratulations for the 35 years that the Chinese Culture Connection has been promoting intercultural education and harmony. You are an indispensable part of the Malden community. As we know, this has been a very difficult past year with the pandemic and also the awful increase in hate crimes targeting Asian Americans. We condemn all acts of bias, discrimination, or hate aimed at Chinese Americans or other Asian Americans. Diversity is our strength in Malden and elsewhere. I want to congratulate tonight's honorees for their contributions to our community. Colette Phillips, Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and Guo Yach. Enjoy tonight's program, and I look forward to gathering with all of you in person next year.
Thank you, Senator Lewis, as always. It's really great to know that we have elected officials who not only talk the talk, but they walk the walk. And certainly with Representative Altrino, Gary Christensen, our mayor, and Senator Jason Lewis, we have three elected officials who not only say they're going to do something, but then they do it. And that's really heartwarming to all of us. Want to remind you that we have two types of auctions to support the Chinese Culture Connection. We have a silent auction, which you can enter bids on, and we're going to keep that auction open until tomorrow evening. So for all of those folks who haven't maybe done anything for Mother's Day yet, maybe you can get on that silent auction and bid. And then at the end of the evening, we'll have the live auction, and we have really three great items that will auction off at the end of the evening. So two types of auctions. The silent auction, you can go in and start entering your bids now, and that'll be open until tomorrow night, and the live auction, which we'll do at the end of the night. And now I believe I am turning it over to my co-host, Ying.
Thanks, Dana. So I think we're going to see one of the highlighted auction items for tonight's live auction towards the end of the event. So I hope everyone is as excited as I am. Please take a look at this wonderful painting from Peter Nunn. There's actually a video that can show you many of the details of the painting. Many of you might think this is actually a picture. It is actually a painting. It is so real and authentic. It's the beautiful blossom, as you can see. Again, this item will be available for live auction towards the end of the event. So please do stay with us and have some time to think about how much you wanted to bid for it. Now, I know the past year has been unprecedented in many ways. The world has certainly presented us with many challenges, but also at the same time, a lot of reflection and opportunities. Despite all the chaos, CCC has made through the year with many achievements. Next, please allow me to invite back CCC's Executive Director, May, to share with us what CCC has done over this tough year. May, please.
So again, as we all know that this global pandemic has put in so much hardship and challenges upon us from all directions. And when we, just like many businesses, schools been closed, the programs, in-person services, we did not stop there and take a rest. We keep going and providing some support programming to help the community. First, I would like to say really kudos to our new crusader, our Eva Jiang, who actually single-handedly in charge of creating a station at the Modern Senior Center with the help of Karen Hayes, who is the former executive director of the Modern Senior Center. We were able to solicit about nearly 10,000 facial masks and personal protective equipment to donate to local hospitals such as the Modern Cambridge Health Alliance, Melrose Wakefield Hospital, and Boston Medical Center. And of course, also the City of Modern, the Department of the Police and the Fire Department, and of course some community centers. So with that, and we also have been able to get in some grants from the support of the Nanny May Foundation. And with their support, we were able to create many programs, including 2 hours per day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks of programming to support those children who are out of school and able to maintain some kind of learning routines so that they don't, get bored or get lost during the time. We also have a summer program, and one of this program, actually you see it from the picture, is that kids are having some kind of science exploration, and this was taken at the park of a Coitmore Rio Park at the on the Mountain Avenue. And we also provide many other programs throughout the year. Can you move on to the next slide, please? And so we have done a lot of collaborations with our communities and beyond. And actually, you can see the picture on the right. It's the effort with Committee 100, where we create these program events that was in New York to help the people of the Asian descent or general public to understand about the contribution of the Asian or the Chinese have contributed to this country and beyond. We also did some work for the J. Modern Center, and among many other town hall meetings with the rise of anti-Asian racism. So we were able to create a lot of town hall meetings to allow people to get together to talk about how they feel and in terms of share their grief and feelings and figure out what is the solutions. We also provide many programs to help our parents to cope with their their stress by dealing at home with the homeschooling and being stuck at home. Can you move on to the next slide, please? And we also offer, thanks to the Boston Foundation, that we were able to get some funding to support families who are really impacted by the pandemic. Some parents were able to, or families were able to get $200 to $300 plus a book, plus some face masks, and also some dry good for their families. Next slide. And again, these are just some of the programs that we offer that we, through Zoom, that we did not take any pictures, but we one of the example is that we offer, a lot of people are concerned about vaccine, whether how safe it is and how, whether they should take it or not and how to go about. So with all that program that throughout the year that we have been able to do. And again, the last program that we are very proud to hold was that in response to, again, the rise of anti-racism, that we were able to host a town hall meeting, the more than 100 people participate in the event, and to learn about how the governmental officials are able to support the community and ensure their safety, and at the same time learn about the history of anti-Asian racism throughout this country. And we are so proud of what we have done, and also very grateful for the community come forward to support with us. And I would like to really wrap this up by showing this video, 1 minute video again, that was supported by MATV, and at the same time actually was inspired by our friend Osa. We have a very small circle of friends that come out with figure out how to support the community. And so we are together. We are in this together. That's a 1 minute video.
Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected us in a variety of ways.
We know that people are out of work.
It's been such a challenging time for all of us.
And we've even seen acts of discrimination right here in Malden.
The Asian community has suffered so much misplaced blame for the challenges caused by this virus.
Though we don't know what the future holds,
targeting Asian American Pacific Islanders is not the answer.
My message to you is, let's stick together.
Diversity and inclusion makes us a stronger community.
And we know that our diversity gives us unity.
Even though we must stand at a distance.
We stand with the Chinese community in Malden.
And we are stronger together.
Show your support for our Asian neighbors
while we try to get through the coronavirus.
We want to ensure everyone that
we are in this together.
What a remarkable year for CCC, and what a powerful message from our community members. Now next, CCC's board members and staff team also have some messages for us. Let's take a moment to hear from them.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, president of the board. I've served with the board for about 1.5 years now, and I've come to realize just how much effort the organization puts into bringing cultural and educational programs to the community. From the annual Chinese New Year Festival to children's enrichment programs and ping pong tournaments, the Chinese Culture Connection is definitely worthy of your support.
你们好，我叫 Linda Thorson， 我住在 Malden。我去年加入了 CCC 同学会。I recently learned that 43% of Malden's residents are foreign-born. I'm American, but my parents were immigrants from Sweden, so I understand at least a little the challenges new immigrants face. For me, learning Chinese and joining the board of the CCC have been great ways to embrace my city's diversity, meet new people, and expand my world.
I grew up in the suburbs of Boston in the 90s, and I'm half Taiwanese. I felt like I had to move to Taiwan to study and explore that part of my culture. Part of the invaluable service provided by the CCC is that it fosters a sense of community and belonging. It makes Chinese culture available to everyone.
你好不好？我是 Marina Grossi。我想中国和中国人非常有意思。I found that our director, Mei Hung, had a particular gift in bridging cultural divides among people that would not, on the surface, have much in common. Her talents have taught me so much, and I've really, really enjoyed being near her in the pursuit of her strategy to try to further cultural harmony among all kinds of people.
The Chinese Culture Connection is an eclectic and harmonious family. It has been an incredible support to me since I started to work here in 2015.
It's not only about turning into a new page of my career life, but it's more about molding me into a better woman. I'm so proud to see, with our efforts, more younger generations start to aware the importance of cultural heritage.
It's a cultural exchange organization. I can meet friends and learn knowledge here.
For me, it is a perfect platform to exchange diverse culture. It values way beyond enhancing communication as well as building up bridges and interfaces. It's more like a home to perceive the glory of being who I am.
As a Chinese immigrant, I know that so many Chinese immigrants have many daily issues. CCC builds a platform to provide community service to those who need help.
No matter where am I in the future, my heart is always here. May CCC a brighter and boundless future.
Thanks very much to the board members and our staff team. Now, I just wanted to give a very friendly reminder that tonight we actually have 2 auctions going on. We actually have a silent auction currently running. So you can find the link to the auction site in the chat box. So please do take a moment to visit the site. There will still be plenty of time for you to, if you have not done so, to buy a nice Mother's Day gift, perhaps. And then towards the end of tonight's event, we will also have a live auction going on featuring 3 wonderful items. Now, please allow me to take one moment to introduce our second item, which will be featured in the live auction towards the end of the event. This one is super exciting. It's from our executive director, May herself. And as you can see, this item is actually dumplings in 3 different ways for a party of 6. Again, this is going to be directly from our executive director, May. She will come to your house or your preferred place and teach you how to prepare and make dumplings in 3 different ways. It's going to be a very interactive, educational, fun, interesting event for your family and friends. So please take a moment and think about how much you wanted to bid for that item. And while you think about that, please allow me to introduce a song for all of you called We're Proud to be Asian. This song is actually written by a 14-year-old girl, Phoebe Tian, from the Lexington High School, who actually finished this very song the night after attending Stop Asian Hate Mooring hosted by the Chinese American Association of Lexington. Later, 19 middle and high school students from 16 schools around Boston joined the singing, and the MV is finished in just 3 days. All the participants has the same desire to express their aspirations through vocalization in the form of music. So let's enjoy this beautiful song together.
At that location, we received another call across the street at shots fired.
We just heard numerous gunshots coming from across the street.
Assaulted, stabbed, and killed. Wouldn't you be? The hate-fueled attacks on Asian Americans are disturbing. But why are we surprised? For many of us as Asian
We are all born on this one planet, so why are we discriminating based on how we look? All the hate not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together. We are all born on this one planet, so why do we have to live in fear every day? We want change today and we won't take no. Our people are hurting, but do you know? It is time when we speak up, we sit up high and we stand up strong. It is time when we speak up, we sit up high and we say, we are proud to be Asians. Staying quiet is not an option. People who were lost to violence will say their names. Will say their names. Stop hate, start peace. Let's not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together. Stop hate, start peace. Let's not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together. Stop hate, start peace. Let's not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together. Stop hate, start peace. Let's not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together. Stop hate, start peace. Let's not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together. Stop hate, start peace. Let's not give in to the pressure. Stop hate, start peace. We're going through this together.
I've heard that song now several times, and every time I hear it, I just get goosebumps. The young people are really going to help us solve the issues facing this country and this world. We need to rely on them. We need to listen to them. They are beautiful. They're thoughtful. They're reflective. They want change. We have to listen to them. So I hope you will play that again if you get the opportunity. I also hope those of you who have social media, you will go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and try to get the word out that the Chinese Culture Connection is alive and well in Malden. I know the mayor is out there and he is pretty active on social media. Maybe he can tweet something out or post on Facebook so we can get some likes and folks can participate in our auction. I also want to take this time again to not only thank our guests who have paid to be here tonight, but our unbelievable sponsors who have given generously of their time and their money to help the Chinese Culture Connection thrive. So we have the South Cove Community Health Center, J. Malden Center, Prioto Lane and Associates, Paul W. Lee Esquire, Daniel Fitzgerald, East Cambridge Savings Bank, Mystic Elder Services, Tufts Medical Center, Melrose Wakefield Hospital, Colette Phillips Communications, Inc., Bunker Hill Community College, and of course, O'Connell Design Build. So once again, thank you for all of your generosity. And now we've already heard from this board member, Barbara O'Connell, but now she'll be back to introduce our guest speaker.
It is my pleasure this evening to introduce Liz Chung. Liz Chung is GBH's General Manager for Television, overseeing Boston Channel's GBH2, GBH44, GBH Create, GBH Kids, and Boston Kids and Family. She also serves on the Board of Director for New England Public Media, TV, radio, and digital in Springfield, Mass. Prior to joining GBH in 2011, Liz served as the Vice President and Director of Programming and Communications at WCVB-TV Channel 5, Boston's ABC affiliate. She oversaw programming at WMUR-TV in Manchester, New Hampshire. Liz Chung serves as the President of the Board of Trustees at the Massachusetts Coalition for the Homeless and as the Vice Chair at the Partnership, a national nonprofit coaching program and network for executives of color. She serves on the board of directors at the United Way of Massachusetts Bay and on the board of ambassadors at Boston Chinatown Neighborhood Center. Her programs have won many awards, including a National News and Documentary Emmy, a Peabody Award, and an Alfred I. DuPont Columbia University Award. It is our great honor to have Liz Chung as our special guest speaker this evening as we combat anti-Asian racism and violence in this country. Please join me to welcome Liz Chung.
Thank you to the Chinese Culture Connection for inviting me to say a few words. Asian American Pacific Islanders have experienced both tremendous opportunities and discrimination since first landing on these shores. I've come to think that there are three main myths about the AAPI community. The first, we are a monolith, that because we have features that are similar, we're supposed to act as one people, despite originating from more than 20 nations with unique geographies, histories, cultures, and languages. The second is that we're forever the inscrutable foreigner, the other, and therefore are not good American citizens. The belief that we will always be loyal to our countries of origin resulted in the 61-year-old Exclusion Act, as well as the internment of Japanese families, even as their sons fought in the most decorated 442nd Regiment of World War II. The third is a model minority myth that tries to separate AAPI from other people of color. We're held up to be despised as a model community who could be successful because we kept our heads down and knew our place. With the start of the pandemic, all three myths came into play. Successful AAPI businesses suffered the first and the hardest because people feared getting the virus. The familiar phrase, "go back to where you came from," returned. Soon fear erupted into hate, with random and heartbreakingly deadly attacks on the elderly and women. Yet we, as a nation, are turning an important corner. We are awakened to systemic racism due to the Black Lives Matter movement and the conviction of George Floyd's killer. I have hope. For the first time in memory, Asian American Pacific Islanders are coming together, despite our differences, to speak up and combat AAPI hate. And we have many allies, leaders in the community who are white, African American, Latinx, Muslim, LGBTQ, and more have all condemned these attacks on our most vulnerable members and are standing with us. It's amazing. In a rare show of bipartisan support, the U.S. Congress is passing the COVID-19 hate crime bill meant to protect us. and our allies are growing in numbers daily. Tonight's honorees, my friend Colette Phillips, Mr. Guo, and the Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors organization are examples of the very best allies. This moment cannot and should not pass. All of us must stand with fellow citizens of difference. If we see something, we must do something, whether it's calling out microaggressions and discrimination or simply walking a neighbor home safely. As Americans learn to understand, value, and celebrate our differences, let us all help lead the way. Stop hate, spread love. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz, for that powerful message for us all. Now, I do notice there are more guests coming in. So first of all, thank you so much for all the guests joining us tonight, for purchasing the tickets, for committing your time, for spending the night with us. We already see how many wonderful things CCC has done. We can't do that without your support. So I do hope to continue to see your support for CCC. And for those who might have joined us late, please allow me to remind you that we actually have two auctions going on. We have a silent auction that you can find the link to the auction in the chat box. You can scan the items there. You can see if you like anything and put up your bids. That auction will stay open until 5 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday, May 9th. Also, we will have a live auction starting around 8 p.m. tonight. So please allow me to introduce another items that's going to be featured in the live auction. This one is actually donated by one of our board members. This is a week of vacation stay in the heart of Italy, in Tuscany Village. Many of you have heard the place, beautiful place. This one is actually a apartment that can accommodate up to 6 guests, has fully furnished kitchen, 2 bathrooms, breathtaking views, as you can see from our video right now. It is actually very close to a lot of the popular destinations, such as Florence, Pisa, if you wanted to make day trips there, or even you just wanted to indulge yourself into the natural beauty of Italy. This place is up for bidding for a week of stay for up for 6 guests. So again, please stay with us. Please join us for the live auction. Again, take a look at this beautiful view here. And I hope you guys are excited as I am, and we will see some interesting bidding towards the end of the event. Now, while we still, reflect on this beautiful apartment and think about your bid, please allow me to introduce another famous and classic dance called Avalokitesvara. Avalokitesvara is an organic fusion of the beautiful image of Buddhism with the artistic conception of the unity of nature and man, bringing both visual and soul excitement to its best. What is unique is that it is actually performed by 21 deaf and mute performers. So as these performers cannot hear the music, the dance is performed with a special sign language command by a sign language teacher. Please enjoy.
Another terrific performance. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you I've made an error and I want to correct it. Eastern Bank Foundation has been a great sponsor as well. So I missed them on the previous list. I want to recognize Eastern Bank Foundation, who always steps up. And I also want to say that Liz Chung's message was really powerful. We've experienced hate and pain, but with organizations like the Chinese Culture Connection and with you, there's so much hope. And so now let's see a video and hear from members of our community about their experiences during this pandemic. Thank you.
This year was definitely unique since we were completely virtual, which means we never actually got to see the students in person.
And what I've learned from LMC this year is teamwork and patience. Teamwork because us mentors, we have worked really, really hard to plan these activities and fun things for the mentees. And patience because some of these activities that we have planned, they don't go as we planned it to be. So I've definitely learned to keep my patience and keep calm.
LMC has taught me many skills such as critical thinking, being flexible, and thinking quick on your feet.
I've learned a lot about leadership skills and I've improved it. I've also learned how to better manage my time.
I got to meet and work with many different people due to our virtual platform, which enhanced my teamwork and collaboration skills. In addition, I feel I really worked on my communication skills.
I really gained a lot of experience dealing with kids that are younger than me, being a mentor figure to them, and I think I got a lot out of the experience, same with the kids.
I was able to make some new friends and I like working with the mentees. I also learned a lot in general from the coordinators and the other members that I enjoyed working with on becoming a better leader and mentor.
I got to know CCC through the ping pong tournament during Thanksgiving. I have accompanied my husband and our other friends to participate in the ping pong tournament since 2015 for 4 times already.
I grew up with the Chinese Culture Connection as I started attending their program since kindergarten. In high school, I was also part of programs that the Chinese Culture Connection offered.
The first time I know Chinese Culture Connection was 3 years ago, and at that time the Chinese Culture Connection provided free art class for kids.
They improve academically, socially, and they learn a lot about Chinese culture. Not only does CCC offers academic programs, they have also shown how much they connect to our community by helping others through fundraising and many other events.
These activities really help promote the traditional Chinese culture and deepen our love towards it. It also enriches our lives and it's a great way to make new friends.
And it was very attractive for kids. I mean, it is very helpful for kids to understand the Chinese culture.
I want to say thank you to May and the CCC organization in general for all of their support throughout these years, as they helped guide me to become the person I am today.
Especially during this current pandemic, I would like to thank Chinese Culture Connection and May for all the support throughout the years, and thank May for being a wonderful person. She's very helpful and friendly. She's always there to help others. I feel very lucky to have her in our community.
The staff of Chinese culture always tries best to help the Chinese family around modern.
I donate to CCC every year through my company's donation matching program. And here, I sincerely hope everyone can donate and participate in the auction today to help expand our Chinese American community. Every dollar and every baby step counts. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.
Yeah, I know. Anything else? Or
Thank you for that video. That was terrific to hear from members of our community. And once again, the young people have so much to offer. In addition to the wise elders in our community, the young people have so much, and we have to listen to them. We've come to that part of the evening, which is exciting every year, and we always recognize members of our community and extended community who give back and who support not only the mission and vision of Chinese Culture Connection, but on a broader level, the world in general and making the world a better place. Our first awardee is not a single individual. It's not even a couple of individuals. It's an organization. And that organization is Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors. And it's a young organization, recently rooted in Malden for the last couple of years. And what they've done really is just taken as many resources as they could find and distributed them across the community to folks in need. Everyone who's part of Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors is a volunteer. They give of their time, their resources, their money, and they make sure that the neediest people in our community, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, faith, gets what they need to be an active and productive member of our community. These have been tough times for many, many, many folks in our community. And one of the organizations that really has stepped up and done a remarkable job in filling a void for literally thousands of people across the city has been Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors. And now let's listen to one of their volunteer members with the acceptance.
Thank you, Dana. You have been amazing volunteer with us too. Thank you, Chinese Culture Connection. I'm honored to represent Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors to accept the award. And here in this gala, there is my fellow teammate and organizer, Paula Spicery. My family has lived in Malden for 4 years now, but it wasn't until last April and that I got to engage in the community work and get to know the needs of our community. I'm honored to work alongside a group of amazing volunteers and organizers who are so dedicated to building up a resilient community. I want to share with you a short video that we made in March as part of our 1-year anniversary reflection. Thank you.
Thank you, Ying. That's awesome. And really, what a great organization. Again, all volunteers who every day, every week, make sure that our neighbors, our friends, our family members, our community members get what they need to live every day. And it's really a simple idea, but it's a complex organization doing hundreds of things every week. So congratulations to Ying. And now I think if the mayor is still with us, Mr. Mayor, would you like to give a proclamation on behalf of the city of Malden?
Ying, to you and everyone in this organization, we want to say congratulations to you for receiving the Chinese Culture Connections Excellence in Community Service Award. Over the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors stepped up in an unprecedented way to address the needs of the community, enlist volunteers, and provide support and mutual aid to all residents needing assistance. Whether delivering meals, supplies, and medication to residents, or Chromebooks to Malden students, their work in the community has been invaluable. Today, we thank Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors for their outstanding contribution, and we are truly grateful for all they have done and continue to do for our community. Very truly yours, Gary Christensen, Mayor of Malden.
Thank you, Ms. Mayor. Thank you. I think we could not have done this work without your support and the support of our community, that everyone has been a part of the work.
And Ying, we have this very nice plaque that we will get to you, Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and probably I will be the one delivering it to you. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. I will glad to see you again.
Our next honoree is Colette Phillips. And to introduce Colette, we have Nan Pham, who is the former Assistant Secretary of Business Development and International Trade at the Massachusetts Executive Office of Housing and Economic Development. So please turn it over to Nan.
Thank you so much, Dana. I'm still working for Governor Baker in a different capacity, but my current job does not sound as cool as my own job. Thank you, and thank you, May and CCC for having me again. But first, let me ask the mayor and Dana questions. I don't know about you, but this is more than a year that I put on the tie and the shirt. I thought I almost forgot how to tie the tie, but I said that I have to do this in honor of the wonderful CCC and my great friend Colette Phillips. It is an immense honor and a wonderful pleasure for me to introduce to all of us here Colette Phillips. For me, she is an inspiring community leader, a successful entrepreneur, a fantastic and committed connector, and a terrific friend. She has been widely recognized by her peers, business organizations, civic associations, and governments. Many of you already know that currently she's and her firm are behind the current marketing campaign to bring visitors from out of state and in-state to the diverse neighborhoods of Boston and greater Boston area. I think that's wonderful. It will help our small businesses. Many of those businesses are owned by new Americans, people who look like all of us here. So that will help our community not only to survive the pandemic, but hopefully can move up to the next level. A few of our speakers are talking about racism, about diversity, inclusivity, and respect. Philip has been a pioneer on this for a long, long time. I've known her for, I think, almost 20 years now. She has talked and led the discussion of diversity, inclusivity, and respect before they even became woke or fashionable. What good does it bring if respect is not together with inclusivity? What good is it if you can be in the room, but you are not at the table? Or you can be at the table, but nobody listens to you. Colette has been the most visible, most effective, and most respected advocate for all of us. For me, she perfectly embodies the American immigrant stories. She came to US with little and made America better for all Americans. Even after she has made it, she always continue to give back and to lift her fellow men and women up in all shapes, size, or colors. Colette, whenever I grow up, I want to be just like you. And with that, I like to read the recognition of the Chinese cultural connection to tell you how appreciative, not just the CCC, but all of us here for your wonderful work. Chinese Cultural Connection, Excellence in Diversity and Inclusion Award, presented to Colette Phillips for her visionary, pioneering, inclusive leadership by providing inclusive business networking events for professionals, business, and civic leaders and entrepreneurs from all cultures across industry and sector. May 8, 2021. Colette, here's to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nam. I am so honored. I heard you talking. I said, who is he talking about? Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for all to the CCC for this wonderful honor. And I want to say to the mayor of Malden, Malden has always been a very special community. And I know because I have friends from Malden, and Malden has always been a welcoming city for immigrants, whether they were Jewish or they were Black or of any cultural background, Italian, Greek, and Irish. They have all lived together. And Malden, I believe, is an example of truly representative of America, America's best values, its motto, E pluribus unum, out of many we are one people. This has been a tough year for all of us. And I want to say to my Asian and Chinese friends that I am not Chinese or Asian, but I see you. I am not Chinese or Asian, but I hear you. I am not Chinese or Asian, but I will stand with you. I am not Chinese or Asian, but I will fight for you. I am not Chinese or Asian, but I am you. And I want to also say to all the other honorees, congratulations. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you to CCC for your work in lifting up others and supporting others. And to Dana and Mai and the mayor and the representatives and all the wonderful people who are on this call. Thank you for being here. Thank you, those who are non-Chinese and Asian, for being such good allies, for supporting this organization. And I hope you will continue to do so. And I am just beyond honored and feeling full of joy to receive this award coming from you. As an immigrant, as a woman of color, it means so much to me. And I thank you. Before I get teary-eyed and break down, let me stop now and say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. And we also have an award for you, and May would like to say a few words, Colette.
So Colette, I think that you probably don't remember me, but I have actually attended many of your events, and I was so inspired and respect you so much. And when I was thinking about diversity, I think that you were the number one choice in say, I gotta get to this woman because she is really the inspirational person and pioneering that you think ahead of everything. And so I would like to just let you know that you will be hearing from me very soon. I would like to work with you. We have so much work to do. And so you will be leading the way. I am your follower. And I learned so much from you. And thank you. So
thank you. And Mr. Mayor, I'm bringing Get Connected with May to Malden.
I will be married to Malden. So now we're going to have a mayor we're going to have a mayor to also read his citation. Thank you so much, Colette.
Well, after what Colette said about Malden, I really should be giving you a key to the city, but the citation will have to do for tonight. And so it says, on this day, the city of Malden congratulates Colette Phillips for receiving the Chinese Culture Connections Excellence in Diversity and Inclusion Award. Colette, the founder and CEO of Colette Phillips Communications, Inc., has worked tirelessly to promote the power of inclusion, curating cross-cultural business connections, and fostering career advancement. Throughout her career, she has also gone above and beyond advocating for social and economic equality and facilitating access to opportunities for women and people of color in Boston and beyond. Today, we congratulate Colette on this well-deserved recognition and thank her for her outstanding contributions to diversity and inclusion. Very truly yours, Gary Christensen, Mayor of the City of Malden, and it should be noted that I worked with your good friend, Kathleen Manning Hall, to draft this citation.
You are very lucky, Mr. Mayor, because Kathleen Manning Hall is a fabulous woman, and thank her for me and thank you. And it's my great privilege and honor, and I truly mean it. I'm going to work with May, and we are going to bring Get Connected to Malden.
That's great. All right.
Thank you and congratulations again. Now we'll bring up May to introduce our next awardee.
Well, it is always a very really pleasure to honor so many wonderful people. And that's where I really get my inspiration. Part of working with the nonprofit is really the labor of love. And because I have the privilege to work with so many wonderful people, keep me going, actually. So our next honoree is a musician. This musician is very special. He has so much to about his credentials. I would have to read some of his information to make sure that I don't miss too much of it. So 雅致高 雅致郭 actually in Chinese 郭雅致 So he graduated from distinction from Central Conservatory of Music in Beijing in 1990, and had lectured sona. Sona is it, just similar to trumpet. You will hear it later. He was teaching there for 9 years, and he won international awards, including Grand Prize at New York's International Pro Music Award. He was named by the Ministry of Culture as one of the China's most outstanding musicians, and was invited to give a solo performance with sona and saxophone for the head of the state during the US President Clinton's visit in Beijing in 1998. In the 90s, he also recorded the original song for over 100 films, and of course, he popular TV series as well. Guo has performed with many orchestras around the world. He received the Hong Kong Award for Best Artist in 2012 when he was 46 years old. That was in 2012. Guo was relocated to Boston for exploring jazz at Berklee College of Music. And after graduating from Berkeley in 2015, he led the Berkeley Jazz Band to visit China. In 2016, Guo received a thanks letter from the mayor of Boston and the governors of Massachusetts for the excellence in cross-cultural contributions. Guo currently lives in Boston and with his wife with 2 daughters. So let's welcome Guo Yazhi.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Wow. I would like to say thank you, CCC. Thank you, May. I'm so honored and so happy to receive this award. I'm really glad to have this opportunity to share my music and my new invention instrument, hulusi or something. Okay. Actually, my English is very bad. So I come to USA. When I come to US, I 45. Yeah, so it's very hard to me to learn language. So, but I try. I want to become to international musician. So that's my dream. So I yeah, I very would like to mix jazz and Chinese music together to so in the world. So that's my dream. So I okay, very thank you, thank you very much, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you. And we have a plaque for you as well that we will make sure you get. And as usual, we have our mayor who will also read the citation for you.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Congratulations. On this day, the city of Malden recognizes and congratulates Yatsi Guo on receiving the Chinese Culture Connection's Outstanding Contribution in Arts and Culture Award. Yatsi's dedication and commitment to preserving, promoting, and innovating the music of the swana, a traditional Chinese wind instrument, fosters a sense of appreciation for China's time-honored music. There simply is no better way to build bridges than by sharing one's cultural heritage through traditional music and instruments. Today, we thank Yatsi for his outstanding contribution in arts and culture and wish him the best in all of his future endeavors. Very truly yours, Gary Christensen, Mayor of Malden. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations to all the honorees again, and thank you so much for all your contribution and the positive impact you have made to our community. That's very powerful and inspiring. Next, we will have the privilege to hear directly from one of our honoree, Mr. Guo Yazhi. You already heard about the wonderful achievements he has done. And next, he will play a song for us called Birds Paying Homage to the Phoenix using suona, which is a traditional Chinese wind instrument. This song is actually one of the most comprehensive songs in suona's repertoire, which utilizes some of the most difficult techniques. So please enjoy.
I hope we can hear everybody clapping from wherever they are. And actually, watching the video and watching you watch yourself was just as much fun. So thank you for playing along with us. That was tremendous. Really, the awardees The awardees tonight, your contributions, obviously, well-deserved, this award. Your ability to give back to the communities that you serve, tremendous. And thank you for staying with us tonight. And thank you also to the mayor. It's not often you get a mayor who will not only give citations, but stay and read them for us. And that's highly unusual. And we want to thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And he also bid on items.
And he also bids, yes. We want to give it back over to May, the executive director, who will do our final award of the night. This is our Lifetime Achievement Award, and we hope you will tune in as May recognizes our winner.
It is really my heartfelt pleasure to present this award because I have known Eddie O'Connell for more than 15 years, but I started with his wife, Kathy O'Connell. We were together as a member of a Gamqua Asian Lion Dance Troupe members. So Eddie was coming to pick up his wife, and so I got to know him. When the Chinese Culture Connection started our first annual gala, and I invited them to join our event. So they were very generous to participate and also made a small donation. But of course, after the event, I followed him and invited him to join us on board. So the following year, after that, Eddie became the president of the board. And for the next 13 years, as the president, he had made a tremendous contribution to the organization. Although just like any other organizations that we have ups and downs and challenges in many situations, and Eddie has always been there, even though some of the board members have any doubts about the survival or the ability to continue of the organization. But Eddie always gave me a lot of support and trust me and believe in me and allow CCC to continue. So today, not only CCC is alive and kicking, but it's growing. So after Eddie took over the organization, helped to direct what we do, particularly our annual gala. Eddie is very good in creative. He's an artist, so he was able to help to design things, and with his support, of course, he not only galvanized his whole family, including his wife, his 3 beautiful daughters, and his mom, to help out. Plus, he also urged his friends and colleagues to support our event. So together, all this effort, we were able to come up with a very handsome list, repertoire of items for our auction, and with his artistic display that making our annual gala become a really icon. And I even personally enjoy it very much, even though there was a lot of work involved. But with Eddie's ability to help and put everything together, really make things really enjoyable. And because of the experience that I had with Eddie after the event, and I invite Eddie and his wife for lunch to thank them. And so Kathy told me that they wanted to involve their children to let them know what their parents are doing for the community. When they grow up, they will know what to do if they are capable. And that is the spirit of America. That's our humanity. That I'm so honored to say that Eddie and the family, O'Connell family, has captured our humanity to really spread their love and compassion to the community. And it is really my great honor to have the pleasure to have known this family for so long, and they are continuing to support. Even though Eddie stepped down last year as a board president, he continued to serve on our advisory board. He will continue to support us in any ways he can. And of course, he assigned his daughter to join us on the board also. So I'm so grateful for Eddie's whole family's support. It's my great pleasure to present this award to Eddie O'Connell. This is a Lifetime Service Award. So I'm going to read this. These citations are interesting. Lifetime Service Award presented to Edward F. O'Connell Jr., immediate past board president, for his long-standing and unflagging support of the Chinese Culture Connection for nearly 15 years and counting, May 8, 2021. Thank you so much, Eddie.
I'm blushing.
All right. Okay, Eddie, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, please. First of all, thank you. Very wonderful things you said. Kathy and myself, we've been involved with CCC for 15 years. I really want to give kudos to my wife, Kathy, for all those late nights working, trying to get the auction together and the gala together. She really gave a lot, and she deserves this award as much as I do. We've known May and her husband, John, for many years before that, with Kathy and May performing together with the Gunquawk Lion Dance Troupe, and John and I rowing from the Cambridge Boat Club. We attended the first gala as guests. We had no idea what CCC was, nor what they did. Shortly after the gala, I received a phone call. It was from 617-285-8998. I didn't recognize the number, but I answered it. It was May, asking me if I wanted to learn more about the CCC. She said, "Come on over to my house on Thorndike Street in Cambridge, and I'll introduce you to some of the board." I agreed. The board members were vibrant, and they were a committed group of people from all walks of life. By the end of the meeting, I was a board member. The next year, Charlie Powell, the president at that time, retired, and I assumed the role as president. It's been 15 wonderful years watching the CCC grow and meet all the challenges and hurdles that have been placed before us. I'm grateful for having had the opportunity to serve the community and work with such a wonderful team. The board has also grown and has a new and very enthusiastic president, Jonathan Matthews. My daughter, Barbara Chen O'Connell, has also joined the board. It is the commitment of people like May, who rocks, the board members, our patrons and sponsors that have sustained CCC. And I thank them. And remember, if you ever get a phone call from 617-285-8998, don't be surprised at what good may come of it. I wish you all peace, love, and respect. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Congratulations. Mr. Mayor, you're up.
Eddie, this almost ran off the page. There was so much that you have done. So let me try to get it all in. It says, on this day, the city of Malden congratulates Edward F. O'Connell for receiving the Chinese Culture Connections Lifetime Service Award. For more than 15 years, Edward has served and supported the work of the Chinese Culture Connection, becoming the board president in 2009 and serving in that role through 2020. He has been a true role model, leading the way and making this annual fundraising gala an incredible success. Additionally, his tireless work with the Asian Task Force Against Domestic Violence Silk Road program has furthered the CCC's mission of preventing domestic violence in Asian families and communities. Today, we show appreciation for and congratulate Eddie on this well-deserved recognition and thank him for his outstanding contributions to the Chinese Culture Connection. Very truly yours, Gary Christensen, Mayor of the City of Malden. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And Eddie, I know well also that it's never just the individual, it's often a family member, a spouse, and the rest of the family. So thank you not only for your service, but for bringing them into the fold as well. Congratulations, well deserved. And Mr. Mayor, thank you again. So let's all take a collective deep breath. This has been a fantastic evening, but it's not over yet. May's staff has just been tremendous. I'm sitting in a room with May, and there are 3 computers currently running. Her staff is in the next room with another half a dozen computers. We have board members in an adjoining room. We have all of you folks at home My co-host Ying and I have never met. She's at another location, but we're having a lot of fun and we're doing it for a great cause. We're doing it for hope, and we're doing it for our future. And so thank you again. Reminder that we have that silent auction that's open until tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. And now I think we're going to do some live auction items, and we want to make sure that people participate. I really get into it, so if you hear me yelling and encouraging, it's all good. We want to make sure we raise some much needed funds for our programs that May and her team run. So again, thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you to our sponsors again, particularly J. Malden Center and John Matthews, now serving as the board president. Please, if you have time, go to social media and Facebook, tweet, Instagram. I'm not sure what it all does and what it all means, but go there and let people know that CCC is alive and well in Malden and doing good things for our community. So, and if you have any pictures, yes, please take some screenshots of the gala and put those up live as well on social media. So now I think we have our first auction item, which is the painting. And we might see the painting again on the screen. And we'll start this bid at $250. And what folks are going to do is just put their name and the bid in the chat box. And so, for an example, if I read Dana at $250 in the chat, that will be the opening bid. And then as people add to the chat, we'll keep reading names and yelling out numbers. And the goal obviously is to raise money for CCC. So the opening bid on this beautiful painting is $250. And let's start bidding with your name. This is the National Cherry Blossom Overlook Jefferson Memorial. When I first saw it, I thought it was a photograph, but it's actually a wonderful painting by artist Peter Eng. And so I'm looking for that first name and number to be typed into the chat. And the minimum bid is $250. Who will get us started? I know for some of you, for many of you, the pandemic has been difficult, but I also know you're here for a reason. It's because you're generous in your giving. And so we'll make sure this painting is packaged and delivered to your home. I will personally deliver it to you if needed. I just need to see some names and numbers in that chat. And don't think I can't see you. I'll look at your picture on the screen and I'll find out who's there and who's not there. So please, anyone, who's first? Who will get us started for this wonderful painting? At what are the dimensions of the painting? So if we have J. Malden Center, $250. Let me if the painting is approximately 18 inches wide by 14 inches high. It's a beautiful painting, framed, signed by the artist. We have an opening bid, $250. Will anyone go higher than $250? The J. Malden Center is beautiful, and I'm yes, it does include the frame. Great question. And it also includes me delivering it to you. I can bring you a coffee if you'd like, a bagel. I can bring you some dessert. Wherever you live in the greater Boston area, I'd love to deliver it to you and make sure it gets there in one piece. So we have an opening bid of $250. I'm sure it would look beautiful in your foyer, maybe in your office somewhere. Okay, Jack and Cassie just upped the game to $300. Thank you so much, Jack and Cassie, wherever you are. $300. Thank you to our sound effects team for adding that video and the painting. Good job there, ladies. But Jack and Cassie have brought us up to $300. We need to go a little bit higher. So who is out there that wants to give us a higher bid? Jack and Cassie are currently at $300. Jack and Cassie, wherever you are, we're going to wait another minute on your $300. If there's anyone else out there, please chat now or call us, text us, direct message us, Facebook us, tweet us. Oh, Linda. Linda steps up for $350, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have some fun with this one. Let's see if anyone wants to go higher than $350, which for this world famous National Cherry Blossom Overlook painting of the Jefferson Memorial is really, this is a classic painting signed by the artist, a local artist. This is really a superior piece of artwork that can be yours. Peter's artwork hangs in galleries all over the country and in most of China, Singapore, Japan. So please, we're at $350. I'll wait another 30 seconds or so. $350. This is a beautiful piece of artwork. So $350 going once to Linda. $350 we're at twice for Linda Thorson. Last chance. Oh, get connected, Colette Phillips. Bringing her game to the CCC Gala. We're at $400. Get connected right here in Malden, she says. $400 by award winner Colette Phillips. Thank you, Colette. We're at $400. What a remarkable offer we have so far. Thank you from Colette Phillips. We know the organization is Get Connected, but behind every organization is really a visionary, a voice, a leader. And thank you, Colette Phillips, for bringing that bid to us. $400. So we'll say $400 is at one time. We're at $400. We're at $400 two times. And maybe we can create a deal, Colette, that if you come to Malden and meet Mayor Christensen and May Hung, I'll bring the painting at that time. We're at $400 going twice. The item is sold for $400 to Colette Phillips. Nice round of applause. And thank you so much for that wonderful offer of $400. We'll make sure we connect with you to get that to you. Oh, let's have some fun with this one, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you wouldn't want May Hung to come to your house to show you how she prepares 3 different variations of dumplings, 3 different kinds? She'll do it at your house or maybe at a place of business for a party of 6. She'll show you all the directions, show you how it's done, cook them for you. This is a wonderful opportunity to host friends, to have a party. May is considered expert at dumpling making. When I asked her who said she was an expert, she said she did. So we have to take her at her word. But this bid also starts at $250. And once again, this is for a party of 6 for May to come wherever you want her to meet you. And we're at $250. Let's see who else is in the chat. Thank you, Marina. Marina comes in at $250. Jay Malden says, not so fast. We're at $300. So this one is moving up. $300. May will show you how to make the dumplings, but you will be part of the experience. You will be right in there making them along with her. This is not you sitting back and watching May do the work. She will be with you, showing you. We've just had Lynn go up to $350. So now for a party of 6, Linda, this is at $350. May's famous dumpling presentation that you get to participate in, party of 6. It's at your home or at a place of business. Marina says, not so fast. I think our last bid was at $350, Marina. So I think we have to go higher. So let's go higher. Linda says, I would like May to come to my house. So we're at $350. Does anyone want to go higher than that? I have Linda as the last bidder. No, Marina says no. I'm going to go in at $400. $400. We're bidding on May Hung's. Sarah says, well, Sarah, you need to go higher than 400 because Marina's at 400. Or Marina and Sarah, you're both at 400. Can you go higher than that? $400. Or I'll mute myself in a couple of minutes and see if May Hung, our executive director, would be willing to do this more than one time, and we'll raise all sorts of money for CCC. Well, $425 is the bid right now on May Hung's dumpling enterprise. $425, ladies and gentlemen. This is priceless, as they say in the commercials. May will come into your home and with 6 of you, show you how to make her world famous dumplings, 3 different ways. You will be part of the experience. What a great night. Imagine getting this invitation if you're a friend or a relative and you get invited to this party at your house or your place of business. We're at $425. Sarah is at $425. We're going to find out if anyone's going to go higher than that. You could do this around a holiday time. That would be special too. $425. We're going to say that's going one time. $425. We're going to say that's 2 times for Sarah on $425. Last call on the dumpling experience. Sold to Sarah for $425. Congratulations and thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, everybody stand up, stretch, take a deep breath. This is our final auction item, but we really need you to be on top of your games for this one. This could go quick. I don't want to put them on, I think the kids say blast, but I'll put them on blast. Our good mayor has bid on this in the past and spent a pretty good sum of money to get this. And I also believe our board president, Eddie, has been there and has purchased this or bid on this 3 times. This is a gift of one of our board members, Marina, and this is just a wonderful, wonderful donation from Marina Grossi. Please, the bidding here starts at $700. This is 6 people going to a villa in a Tuscan village where you can get to the seaside, you can get to mountains, you can get to famous tourist destinations, or you can just stay where you are and eat and drink and relax in the villa. So we had a minimum bid. Jay Malden comes in at $700. That won't last long, I'm sure. $700 is just a minimum bid. Use the chat if you need to, if you can't reach us by chat. Is there a specific time? That's a great question. What we're usually saying is you have a year from the time you purchase it to use it. So about a calendar year, although that's flexible. You can talk offline with Marina if you do purchase it. So Gary Yu is at $750. So that's not Gary the mayor, but that's Gary Yu has gone to $750. What are the sleeping arrangements? So maybe we should put Marina. Maybe somebody could put Marina on the call. Marina, if you're there, maybe you could chime in.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so it's 3 bedrooms. The master bedroom has a queen. Then there's a second bedroom with 2 twins with little beds underneath the twins. So 4 people could sleep in 4 kids could sleep in there. The living room has a pull-out couch, which is not counted in these numbers. And there's a 3rd bedroom with its own bathroom that has a queen size bed. It's a couch that turns into a queen size bed. And there's maximum flexibility given these crazy times. So nobody worry about having to get it done in a year. The mayor, I haven't even heard from you, Mr. Mayor. It's been over a year.
Yes, Marina, that is true, but there is one important point. We do have his money.
Okay.
So where are we? We're at $750 from Gary Yu. We know it's going to go for more than that. We just heard about the sleeping arrangement.
Yep, full dishwasher, washing machine in the unit. People in Italy, they don't use dryers. They hang their clothes outside. So there's a line outside. There's a lovely backyard garden that comes with the unit. It's not a villa, Dana. It's the top floor. It's the original condo. The village dates back to 1200 or more. The church is definitely medieval. There's a lot of people on this Zoom call who have stayed there, so I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything.
Hey, Marina, I know I keep saying villa, and if you're born and raised and lived your entire life in Malden, it's a villa to me.
Well, it's the original condominium by the Romans.
So I think we have Gary is up to $900. Is that Gary Yu? So Gary Yu is up to $900. So we have a few folks who are in the battle right now. Gary is up to $900. And I think that didn't last long. We have Cassie is up to $1,000. So let's get a couple more folks involved here. Let's get a couple more folks involved here. I'll go a little bit further. I'll on behalf of my family, Dana will say $1,100. I've yet to go, Marina.
Yes, you have. That's true. It's a hilltop village. My father was born in the master bedroom. He went on to become an astrophysicist Nobel Prize nominee. So when you arrive, everyone will know that you're connected to him, and the villagers will be very kind and very excited to see you. There isn't a lot of English spoken, but there's a lot of hand gestures.
And I'm sure the food and drink is superb.
Oh, the food is superb. Yes, and the wine is amazing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I would like to win this bid, $1,100 is not quite enough. Let's keep going. Where are the other folks out there who want to go a little higher than $1,100? Are there restaurants nearby?
There's a restaurant in the village, which is very nice. And then there are several towns that all circle around Junkariko, and each has its own restaurant. And I usually send an email to whomever is the winning bidder, and I give some suggestions. But Dana had already said it's a wonderful spot from which to do day trips to Lucca, where I've had the best meal of my life. Rome is 2 hours door to door to Vatican City by the train. There's a nearby bus that takes you right into Florence, right near the Michelangelo's David, and to Siena, which is an amazing place. I want to go so badly. I haven't been in almost 2 years myself.
Well, I thought May was my friend until she just bid $1,200. So May hasn't been either. So May comes in at $1,200 on the bid. So if May says 1,200, I say 1,250.
Really?
And that's always possible. Maybe this could be I'll rejoin the board and we'll have a board meeting.
Let's have a board meeting in Junkariko.
So we're at 1,250, ladies and gentlemen. This literally has been, this would be the steal of the century. I can tell you that in years past, the bid has gone $3,000 and or more. And so we know that right now we can't stay at this current price of $1,250. This is a steal. And we've just heard from Marina that the time is not a problem. If folks want to wait until entire Europe is pandemic free and you're able to go in 2 years from now, that's going to work as well. So my due, wait a second, all of a sudden, this is a great question. If people want to stay longer than 1 week, is that an option?
Well, this is a fundraiser for CCC, so people could absolutely stay longer, but I think they'd have to pay a bit more.
Got it. So the auction is for the 1 week. Sidebar would be with you for a personal conversation.
No, but the money would go to the CCC, obviously.
Okay.
I'm not taking anything besides the cleaning expenses.
Marina, that's why you and the other board members are here tonight. are just wonderful giving people. So my due has come in at $1,300.
Cassie's at 1,500.
Mai is another community activist, a business owner in Malden, who has just been a wonderful supporter of the entire community and what we're trying to do. So we're fast and furious here. Cassie has gone to $1,500. Cassie is at $1,500. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to make sure we raise money, but we want to be mindful of the time. We'll give it another minute or so for folks to talk with their friends, their relatives, their spouse, their children, see where the negotiations are. Right now, we're at $1,500. All of the proceeds, based on the generosity of Marina and her family, all of the proceeds go to CCC. So we're at $1,500 going one time. May is doing the math here, saying if you bring 5 other folks, this is a tremendous stay. This is only a couple of $100 per person for a stay in a village in Italy with remarkable views and access to.
Yeah, can we show the pictures again, Eva?
Let's show the pictures again. Sure, great idea.
So that's the medieval church right there. That's the view from the balcony of the apartment. It's the top floor of a 3-floor building. These are the views that my father saw almost 100 years ago. They haven't changed. Nothing has changed. That's the backyard. That's my husband's mess on the table. I can't believe it. That's from England. So I don't know how that got in there.
That's a remarkable view right there.
Again, from the balcony, from the living room windows. That building is where my dad went to nursery school, right behind those beautiful flowering trees. It's a memorial to the people who fell in World War I, who died in World War I. But it was also the nursery school. I don't know.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're at $1,500. We want to be respectful of folks' time. We're at $1,500. You've seen the pictures, you've seen the views, you've heard about the accommodations. This is a remarkable opportunity. Cassie is at $1,500. One time, Cassie is at $1,500. Cassie is at $1,500 two times. Ladies and gentlemen, our lucky and generous winner, Cassie, sold at $1,500. Ladies and gentlemen, we just made over $2,000 on our live auction. Let's give everybody a nice round of applause, and thank you everyone for your generosity. We're almost at the end of our program. Thank you again. What a remarkable staff May has for pulling this all together. This just doesn't happen in a vacuum. So many folks involved, the board, her staff, May herself, they've just done a tremendous job, and we want to make sure that they get recognized. We're now going to take the Pledge of Hope, and I believe PowerPoint is going to come up. And ladies and gentlemen, when you see this Pledge of Hope, which we'll share in the chat, simply, this is where your money goes. And if you wanted to donate additional funds after this evening, if you wanted to make a donation in memory of somebody, in honor of somebody, as a Mother's Day gift, Father's Day gift, a birthday gift, this would be a great gift to give to somebody, and to let somebody know that you donated $100 or $200 or $500 in their honor. And this is where the money would go. This is how CCC uses their money to build bridges, to build a better community. So we'll make sure this gets into the chat. And thank you again. And now I'll turn it over to my co-host, Ying, to bring us home for the evening.
Thank you so much. And that almost concludes our tonight's event. Again, I wanted to thank you for all the participants, for our honorees, for all the guest speakers. You have made this event very special. And again, I just wanted to remind everyone, you have multiple ways to contribute and to continue support CCC. You can donate through the link we just shared. And as a reminder, the silent auction is still going on. It won't end until tomorrow, 5 p.m. So there are still little things and some fun activities on the silent auction side. And again, also the donation link is in the chat box right now. Consider, having some gifts for your friends, make it a great Mother's Day gift. And we thank you all for your support. And we look forward to seeing you in next year's gala, hopefully in person. That concludes our night's event, and have a great night, everyone. See you next year.
Do you want to say Happy Mother's Day? Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day.
Great.
Yeah.